The investments help America cut carbon emissions. They help America prevent the worst climate disasters. They help fire up the economic engine for whole communities where the shovels are going into the ground.
What are Oregon's biggest assets when it comes to renewable energy?
Well, certainly, Eastern and Central Oregon, big advantages in terms of wind and solar. We got lots of, hydro. We are a renewable state. We really are not a fossil state. I mean, we've got a real leg up on everybody. We had leadership for years and years, starting with, Tom McCall. And Tom McCall was always, talking about Oregon being a special place where the purity of our land, air, and water was sacrosanct. And he talked about land use reforms and, political leadership, counts.
So I'm very privileged to be able to represent a special part of Oregon, timber capital of the world.
Everybody brings certain assets to the legislature, be it Senate or the House of Representatives. But natural resources has been my life. The rivers that we have on the southwest corner of Oregon, the most pristine in North America. I raised my family on Rogue River in the wilderness area, roadless area. Everything had to be transported in by jet boat. So the environment was very important to us.
I am deeply honored today to present House Bill 2021, which will set the state of Oregon on a course toward 100% clean electricity, and in a distinctly Oregon way.
When I ran for the state House of Representatives, I really talked about climate change as being my number one priority. It was interesting because at that time I ran into people who said, "Oh, that's interesting. We've never had a candidate who said climate change was the first on their list." I think in the almost 8 years since then, times have changed a lot, and we've really grown in our understanding of what climate change is about. But the reason that was important to me is that I'd lived in a rural area. I'd lived out in the Green Springs, but our whole community is largely rural or semi-rural. And I think if you live in a rural community and you're paying attention, if your eyes are open, you see climate change all around you. And we did, even back in 2016. We saw it in changing habitat, we saw it in drought, we saw it in reducing snowpack, and we saw it in smoke events. A couple of years later, we had the devastating Alameda fire hit our community, and then we really saw what climate change could do. So this has been a driving force for me during my whole career in the legislature.